What is going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back with some more content, and now we've got the 5 takeaways, 5 things we can take away from our 5-1 victory against Hearts in what was an encouraging opening friendly game. To go through everything, talk about everything, we've got Brian Daigle from Tottenham and Tour with us today. A lot of things to take away from that game, Brian. What do you reckon?
Lots. I'm surprised we're only doing 5, but that has been the nature of the show. But yeah, looking forward to this one.
The first takeaway is a different shade of grey. This one, Archie. I knew you'd appreciate that one, Brian. I knew you'd like that one. So yeah, obviously Archie Gray playing his first 45 minutes in a Tottenham shirt, but playing as centre backs was showing a different side to his game. Obviously known for playing as right wing, right back, or at central midfield. But seeing as we had kind of a lack of numbers in defence, he did get a chance to show what he could do at centre back, and really impressed, didn't he, Brian? Showing a capability of stepping into that position confidently, being aggressive, winning a lot of duels as well. And we did. Do you think we saw a different side to Gray, or maybe we just saw the Gray that we were hoping to see, but in a different position?
I have to say, I do love that headline. I've been using myself. Every cloud has a grey lining, so we're in a battle there to see which one. But yeah, listen. When I first saw him at centre back, or heard he was playing centre back, I was like, "What are we doing?" Especially with someone like Ashley Phillips on the bench. I did not expect to see as accomplished display. Yes, everyone's going to say, calm down, it was only Hearts, but you can only play what's in front of you. He's playing out of position next to a central midfielder to form a defensive partnership, and I was thoroughly impressed with what I saw. Like we've said, he's always looking forward. Looked like he's got a good passing range. Looked happy and confident on the ball and to receive it. And in the challenge, he was very, very fierce. So it was great to see the player we wanted to see, that we spent big money on so far, in an unnatural position and come through it with flying colours.
Yeah, really, really encouraging. And the fact he looks so comfortable in that position just shows maybe his versatility as well. We know he's a versatile player who's already shown that for Leeds so far, but to do that in your first appearance as an 18-year-old after a big move is really, really impressive. And I was so impressed with all the actions he even put in that position, on the ball and off the ball. So hopefully a sign of things to come for Archie Gray. Number 2 is Chef Bergvall. And a lot of people were saying that Bergvall was cooking yesterday. So Chef Bergvall is the takeaway for this one. I thought he put in a really good display, to be honest, in that second half, and was creating a lot of chances, and the way he was manoeuvring the ball from central midfield in the build-up and in the final third was really, really impressive, and definitely cooking something, wasn't he, in that second half, was Lucas Bergvall. And a lot of people were anticipating his first appearance in a Tottenham shirt, really excited about what he was going to show after his move from Djurgården, but his first outing was definitely one to whet the appetite, wasn't it?
I have to say, if there's any cooking going on right now, it's you guys and your titles. If this is what we've got the season coming, I'm be looking forward to the 5 takeaways more than I was last season. These are great. You've set a high standard now. I hope the 3rd and 4th and 5th. But getting back to Bergvall, like you said, I can't remember a player that's come in with such a reputation and excitement for a youngster to come in. I can't remember where it's been anticipated to see a player come in and have his first minutes. Obviously, the hype and compilation videos and what he's been doing in Sweden has grabbed a lot of people's attention, and a lot of people would say that this was the player they're looking forward to see. And for a second half display, I think the only thing he didn't really do is score. I can't remember if he. Oh no, he had that one attempt where he had that shot and it went well wide. It was on a P roller on the floor, where I was just saying, could you imagine if that had gone into the top corner or something? It would have been a lot different. But he grew into that game, and he got the assist for Mikey Moore. But I think the highlight for me was that cross for Phillips' goal that was right on Scarlett's head. We've wanted to see a winger get the ball in early and precisely, and my God, did he show that. So a very, very accomplished first glimpse of potentially one of the hottest prospects in Europe, and he did himself a good service with his first cameo.
Yeah, and as I was saying, you know, a lot of people are looking forward to this first showing for Bergvall, looking to see what kind of level he's at, and if this is anything to go by, you can definitely be excited about what contributions he's going to make next season in that midfield. Number 3 is Spence comeback ? What do we think? What do we think about Spence? Because played in that second half to a really high standard. Really took the game by the scruff of the neck. I thought he was phenomenal in that second half. Really didn't put a foot wrong. Got on the score sheet, got an assist as well. Could have gotten more assists with the chances he laid on a plate for some of his teammates. He was really good in build-up play, really aggressive. Has he put himself back in Ange's plans? That's what a lot of people are thinking at the moment. It was a really good second half cameo from Spence. For you, what are the chances of him coming back into the first team?
So what you're asking me is he indispensable?
Is he?
I had to keep on the theme for you. I had to keep them going. This was a performance I didn't see coming. We all knew he had this kind of style of play, and we saw it at Forest, and that's what alerted the club to him. And I will say club because it was a club signing, obviously, we know. And it hasn't worked out. He didn't get many minutes with Conte, certainly didn't last season with Ange, and then he went out on loan for the second half. If you wanted to come in and make an impression, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. It was a incredible display compared to what we've seen in the Spurs shirt, and he hasn't had the time to do it. It is food for thought now with if Emerson does go, do we need to maybe use Dragusin as a right back? If Porro isn't there, do we maybe need to put Archie Gray there? There is actually a discussion now. If I think if he shows these kind of performances on the Far East tour, then it becomes a lot more of a, okay, Genoa, doesn't matter, he's not going anywhere. But it's certainly a performance we wanted to see. And I'm sure Spence is over the moon with what he achieved yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. So really looking forward to what he could potentially bring to Tottenham if he is going to be sticking around. And look, we did spend 15 million on him for a reason a couple of years ago, and I know things haven't gone right for him, but maybe he could be getting a second chance here, which would be really, really encouraging. Number 4 is Langar impresses, and I thought it was a really good, only a 20-minute cameo for Langar, but got on the score sheet, and he showed himself to a real handful, didn't he, in those 20 minutes? I think physically, there was a big question mark about, is he physically ready for this kind of level, despite the fact he kind of dominates physically at PL2 level. But he showed to give the Hearts defence a real torrid time. It was real handful. He was backing into the defenders, showing his strength, and he took his goal really well. So really impressive cameo from Langar. And there was a lot of talk about some of these other players going into this preseason, and Langar was assumed to be going out on loan. But off the back of that little cameo, maybe we'll be seeing more of him.
I think there's a real talking point there with it. I think one of the things I've seen with Langar is he does have the physical presence, doesn't he? And especially what he looked like in the league that they did so well in last season. He is one of the biggest, I would say, in that division. He's got the strength to do it, and obviously his goal tally reflected in that. It's whether he could step it up and do it within the first team. And when you're playing the elite of the elite in the Premier League, yes, it was only Hearts. He had his opportunity to take, and he took it. And as a fan of Scarlet, as I am, or have been, I still am, but I would have expected more from Scarlet in the last couple of years. But I think right now, where we're talking is Langar available for loan. If Langar puts in a couple more performances like that, I'm more on to Scarlet go out on loan and Langar stay with us. He's made an impression, hasn't he? And let's just hope we see a lot more of him than the little cameo he had yesterday when we're out in the Far East. Yeah,
absolutely. And a lot of people are talking about Langar at the moment with that cameo. He scored a bag full of goals. I think 30 plus goals last season. just signed a new 5-year deal as well. So if he looks as physically ready as he looked yesterday, he could maybe make a real impact. It'll be really, really interesting if he is still here come the end of the window. And last but not least, we'll be talking about Mikey Moore, and this is more hype for more. After a lot of talk about him ahead of this preseason, still only 16 years of age, he's been lighting up the youth levels on international duty and at Spurs level as well. Had a few cameos at the end of last season for Tottenham, but Ali Gold did say he expects Mikey Moore to have a serious impact in this preseason, or at least some minutes. And if this is anything to go by, what a preseason this could be for him, and maybe this will be the start of what might be an unbelievable breakout year for Mikey Moore. And there was an incredible second half of him, especially given how young he is. An incredible impact he made. Great, well taken goal, but wasn't just that. I thought his impact on the game was really, really special as well. And I'm really excited about what Mikey Moore has to offer going forward. And it'll be amazing if he could be part of the first team next season and make regular contributions.
Yeah, I mean, the first thing before I get into his performance, Paratici has come in, and obviously one of the things he's done is change the way the youth structure is. The wage that is paid by the youth for the youth products has been changed. It's raised, and right now Spurs have got to be getting ready, and probably the wages are changing week in, week out because of the performances he's putting in. Because when he is able to sign his first major contract, there needs to be a 5-year deal minimum on a certain wage, because we have someone very, very special amongst our midst. And like you said, he comes onto the park and he just doesn't look phased by play. He came on the Premier League at the end of the season, didn't matter to him. Came on today playing in front of big crowds, doesn't faze him. Goes away on international duty, scores a Michael Owen-esque goal for England in the qualifying. I think it was against France. Nothing seems to be too much for him, and he came on, scores a goal, makes another impression, and I think we're going to see a lot more of him and speak a lot more. You might need to use that takeaway headline a few more times this season or this pre-season, because we've got someone very, very special amongst us, and I can't wait to see more of him. All
right, well, there you have it. Those are the 5 takeaways for the 5-1 win against Hearts. Let me know your 5 takeaways in the comment section below. I want to thank Brian Daigle yet again for contributing to this video. Do check out Tottenham Tour. Link will be in the title of the video. But that's all we have time for the 5 takeaways. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always, come on, you Spurs.